So one of my favorite stories from Peekapak, this was, I think, about a month ago that we did this. It was from the value of optimism, and it's called The Mysterious Box. And I love how this story so clearly, and a lot of the stories do this, it so clearly lays out the process that any of us can kind of go through that process of having a different kind of mindset in whatever problem we're facing.
At our tier 2 level, we use so many programs, including Peekapak for small groups in our school district. And one of my favorite highlights in regards to Peekapak is from one of our elementary schools. And her favorite thing is this is a school social worker who facilitates these groups. One of her favorite things about it is because of the focus on the reading and the learning through literacy and instruction that way, that she increases her buy-in with her classroom teachers because they get that exposure to academic content in a really profound way. So that's like her favorite highlight, and her students really love Peekaville as well.
Sometimes we use the physical books. Sometimes we do the read aloud. Sometimes they do it independently. No matter how we do it, they love the stories. Most of them relate to the stories and to the characters. They like to make new friends from Peekaville. Like, hey, Mrs. A, look, now I have a new friend. And they show me and they are so excited about it. They know the names of the characters. They get into the Peekaville and they really engage.
Lastly, we root everything in our values at our school. So we have learning targets that really represent wellness. So we call them our health values. So healthy habits, environmental stewardship, achievement, leadership, thinking creatively, and honoring diversity. And then the learning targets in each one is each week. So one value is a month. This really improves our wellness and the language around wellness at our school because we're all using the same learning targets. It might look different in the lesson during crew or throughout the day, but the kids are getting the same thing and the same values. So we can all support wellness and like, hey, did you care for your surroundings? Or how can you improve your work? Or how can you improve walking in the hallways? And can we collaborate with peers to make this more successful? Like we all use those verbs and those that language around our health values, so our kids' wellness is improving day by day since they're getting the same message. So yeah, that's what we do at Greenwood to improve wellness.
So with Peekapak, what we do with that, if you'll go to that next slide, Jenna, is we'll look at these different stories and we'll work with them in class. Some of our kids have fairly good auditory access, so we do a lot of read alouds, but we also do a lot of signed stories. And so we'll take these stories about respect, or we kind of apply it to empathy, or learning about courage, being brave, the mysterious box about being optimistic, and so we try to couple those together to help our students kind of have that very visual stories. And that's one thing I love about Peekapak is it's very visually, it's aesthetically pleasing. For deaf kids who are very visual, these are really good for them to see the emotions on the kids' faces. They can relate to the simple stories. And so that's been really helpful too in aligning kind of our overall PBIS with Peekapak to kind of help reinforce these core values and help these kids become a phoenix.